Hi everyone. Well, I'm beginning to run out of steam now. I've had a wonderful day. I've caught up with a lot of videos, a lot of people, and they've been special people who sometimes, through either me not being well or just downright laziness, sometimes we miss out on the people who count. But before I finish, I do just want to answer Kerry. I don't often get a chance to answer her back. That's my tease at her. We do actually have quite good times of answering back to one another. But she was asking about how can we accept loving comments that people say about us when sometimes we know they're not true. Well, I've thought about this very hard. And I've spoken with a friend about it. You know, my friend Liz, who I speak to first thing in the morning while you're all in bed, because she stops up until 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm just getting up. And if Liz says something nice to me, which, I mean, she's not one for flowery comments, but if she says something nice, I know it's true. Because she was one of my first friends on the internet. And she knows me very, very well. If I'm feeling upset or stressed, or she's the first one to know. And I think the balance that she helps me much more than I ever help her. But I do know she thinks a lot. She, you know, she knows me. Now, this weekend I've come to a realisation that certain other people love me. That it is not just an emotional response. That over the months we have learned to love one another. You know, it is not an automatic response. I don't know where it says it in the Bible, but I know it, I saw it last week where it says that you have to learn to love. Now, doesn't that seem strange? I remember when I had my first child and I went through 4 days of labour, and at the end of it they gave me this, excuse my French, but this bloody sticky thing that had a big tummy and little legs, and they said, "This is your little girl." And I looked and I thought, really? And then I watched at night, and all these mothers were going around and they were saying, "Daddy's coming tonight and you'll see Granny and Grandad." And I thought, what are you doing? They don't understand. I don't know why you're doing it. Now, the day after that, all the drugs came out of my body, and I looked at this child, and of course she was the best one on the ward, and I loved her. But if you have a child, they don't automatically love you just because you're mum. You know, you have to be loving to that child. Now, you will love your children because you know everything about them and you still love them. Well, when people say nice things to us, we have the comeback, oh, but they don't know us. But a lot of them do. You know, you just know how you look at some people and you know you connect with that person. You know that you get on really, really well with them. You've never met them from Adam. I used to go to Women's Glow meetings, great big meetings, 2,000 women. And you would look at certain ones and you think, yeah. And you were at one with that person. I think we've got to stop even hearing negative words. We have to turn it round immediately. Turn it into something positive, turn it into something good. Sometimes it's hard work, but we have to. We have to accept that imperfect human beings as we are, there are still other imperfect human beings out there in my video land, YouTube land, man in the moon land, who actually love us. And it's a question sometimes from getting it to the head, to the heart, from the heart to the head. I forget which way it is, it's one way of it. There are times when we know it, oh well we do really, but we don't down here. You know, this organ, I once said to my husband, he gave me a birthday card and he hadn't signed it. Typical Colin, hadn't signed it. And I said, look, at least sign it. He said, well, what do you want me to say? I said, well, say what's in your heart. So he put blood, muscle and something else in my heart. What's in yours? But this heart, that was him trying to be funny, by the way. This heart has got such a capacity to love. And the secret is you have got to love other people. And the more love that you give to other people, the more love you can give to other people. It's incredible. It just multiplies and multiplies. If ever any of you are Star Trek fans, what were those little furry gizmo things that they just had one, and then they had two, then they had four, then they had 44, and they went all over the flipping ship? That shows you my age, really, because it was the first Star Trek. So if you want to watch them, it's something past 2. Last night it was on BBC Two. But anyway, that's beside the point. The more you love, the more you get. Not get back. I don't mean that. The more you give out, the more love you get down, and the more love you can give out. And it goes round in a circle. And it is such a wonderful, wonderful way of life, is to serve another human being. I know I'm going on a bit, but it always takes me a long time before I get to the point. The more love you give out, the more love you get down, and then the more love you can give out. you know, I know I'm getting tired, but please be generous with your love. Give it away. You know, somebody died on the cross, and as he was hanging there, he said, Father, forgive them. He loved them. They flipping flogged him, they nailed him, and he loved them. So that's the secret. Give it away. And the more love you'll get. Not back. Yes, some does come back. Yes, it does. It comes down and around, down and around. You can't get more love poured in until you make room for it. So give it away. And that is my view on it. I know it sounds a bit weary at this time now because I am getting tired. Got to get that there in that place, that's right. So, Kerry Wilson, I love you. And I don't care who knows it. God bless, love. God bless everybody else. I love you too. Bye.